Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Zen. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me because I can't hear nothing on my end. Well, hello, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Zen. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Zen. So, guys, of course, today we are here for Mahogany. Okay. We're going to get on into it and break it on down, y'all. Throwback movie Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-host so we could get this party started. Okay. Coming all the way from Queens, Wahama.
Hey, y'all. What's
Hey,
up?
Moochie, what's going on? Listen, on my end, everything froze and I couldn't hear nothing, so I didn't know if it was still going on or what.
Are they playing games tonight?
Yes, we playing some games. All right. And then we got our girl, Inga's in the building.
Hey y'all, I don't know what's going on. I don't think they wanted me on here tonight.
I think we was having a problem on both ends, her end and your end, so
I couldn't. Y'all can hear me. I'm over here screaming. I said, what the hell's going on?
They trying to stop the party.
Exactly.
But they can't stop it. So we here to talk about Mahogany, of course, y'all. This was made, well, it came out, I should say, on October 8th, 1975. All right, all the way live. This was the second movie, I believe, that Berry Gordy and Motown Productions put out, because, of course, that's when they was trying to get into the whole movie thing. And this was interesting to me because this kind of had the same feedback like when we talked about The Wiz. Like, it's a cult classic for us, but it did not do great with reviews as far as like critics and stuff like that. I think it had like 20 or 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. And
that's something.
Yeah. It is.
You know what it is. It's this.
The movie got on my nerves. I don't really like this movie like that.
I don't really like this.
I don't watch it. We both was texting each other how we was pissed off.
I don't like it no more.
Just like, don't say what part. We'll talk about it later.
No,
right.
I'm just saying I don't really like it. I like Lady Sings the Blues. That's my movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a little verses with our trivia last night talking about that. But they did spend like $3.5 million to make it, and then it only made $5 million. So they did get their money back. But that just goes to show that it wasn't like this big thing. Actually, the biggest thing to come out of it was, of course, "Do you know where you're going to?"
Yeah, and that's why I like the movie. That whole soundtrack. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. That was like on 100 Billboard charts or whatever.
And don't forget about
and got nominated
now.
And
yes,
and of course we had her with Billy D. Williams again, and their chemistry was always good.
Back in 1975,
like really might have been going on.
Yes,
going on with them too.
I mean, it might have been,
no, she was. This one the time she was fooling around.
She was with Berry Gordy,
right?
Yeah,
that's right. Didn't they have a love child? They had a love child, right?
Yeah, his daughter looked just like him. There's no denying that.
It's a split image of him.
Yeah, but they definitely had a great chemistry on screen. And then, of course, we also had Anthony Perkins in here, and I was cracking up at him because my mother has always loved him for Psycho. I don't know how many times she would have me watching that daggone Psycho movie. Yeah. She's not a horror person, but she loved that.
Yeah, I like him for Psycho.
Yes, that's what I'm about to say. He played a damn Psycho in here.
He was a Psycho in this movie too. He was a damn Psycho in this movie. Yeah, no, I like him for Psycho. I don't like him for nothing else. I like him for Psycho.
Let me say what's up to the people in the chat. Hey, Suburbia Jones.
Like he was out of place in this role?
What you said?
Was he out of place?
Do you feel like he was out of place in this role?
No, I think it fit him perfect. He know how to play crazy.
I mean, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
It played it well.
Yeah.
Hey, Alicia. Hey, Book Diva.
His character.
Mahogany Brown.
I love him. I love him in what you call Psycho.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I think we had that on our list. I know we had some
We
Anthony
gotta do some Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, we
hey,
said we were saving it for Halloween.
What's going on?
Okay.
You said we were saving it for Halloween.
That's good. Okay.
Halloween.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us. So
Hi, Alicia Smith.
Yes, definitely y'all support. Make sure y'all like the video, share the video. Moochie, what they gotta do?
Please like, share, subscribe. Put us up in that algorithm, y'all.
In the algorithm. That's
right.
Over the algorithm. Wherever the algorithm is, put us up there.
We need to be up there, y'all. Okay, all the way up. So, Moochie, what your overall thoughts was on this since revisiting it? Because it was a while for me since I watched it.
You know what? Since revisiting this, I have such a different perspective of it. And it talked about gentrification, and it's still happening. And it was like, she kind of pissed me off in this movie with how dismissive she was of it. Because she was just worried about herself. It was just crazy to me. I saw this whole movie in a different light. When I saw it when I was younger, I saw it as, she just wants her career and this and that. I didn't understand the full thing of gentrification.
Billy D. Williams. I was young,
Mm-hmm.
So
I was looking at him.
I'm looking at him. I'm hypnotized by it.
The message goes past you because you looking at these two people. And all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie this time made me see her in a different light. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was rambling.
No, because I totally agree. But he pissed me off. Anthony Perkins, or AKA Sean, pissed me off. All three of them pissed me off. That's what I'm saying. I could go in on all of them. They all were crazy.
She pissed me off. I'm trying to wait till she get there. So I'm gonna just wait.
We gonna see.
And then I'll be like, and this is where I was pissed off.
Yeah, that's what I agree with you on that gentrification part down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way because when I watched it younger, I definitely looked at it a lot different. I was like, wait a minute now.
And it was racism in the movie too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
A lot of.
So of course, y'all, we kind of start off. We know that this is about Tracy and her being she really wanted to be a fashion designer, right? And get her stuff out there. She was a fashion student when we first meet her, just trying to get her things made. She would do the drawings, and I think her aunt would make it, right? She would take it to her. But we start where we finish later, because when we first starting, you have Carletta telling her, like, you made it, you big time now, you're gonna have all the success, you're gonna get all this money, honey. We where you want it to be. And when she says success, that kind of hits her. And then we kind of go back from there. Hey, Brillo, what's going on? Thanks for coming through.
What's up, Brillo?
So any one of y'all want to talk about this beginning part?
I mean, you kind of summed that up. I mean, it was almost like, I'm glad that they went back to the backstory,
Right. The way they started from her best moment to go into her come up. And that's what I liked about it, because, and then I liked that how they showed how she was going to school, doing sketches and taking critique at different things, and also showing how she still was a round the way girl.
Yeah, I thought that part was funny when the guy was following her and she turned around like, "What you want?" He wasn't ready.
So he wasn't ready for that because he was but she was like, "What you want?" She said, "What you want? Some whatever."
Yeah,
and he was like, "What?" Like he got caught so off guard with that.
So, of course, that's when they first meet. And anybody want to talk about their first introduction when he out there with his little bullhorn?
Looking
okay. And this is one of the moments where I was pissed off. Let me come on camera for this. This was one of the moments where I was
go
pissed
in
off.
on him.
Because I feel like it wasn't even him. It was her that got me up. Oh no, this is the first scene. He was just, persistent. I get it. She trying to go home. She's trying to go home. But then when they poured out whatever they poured down on her, I thought he was going to get hit with it. But she got hit with it.
I think it was a can of beer or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they was tired of him. I would have been back and forth.
I would have been pissed. Okay.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the one of the moments I was pissed off. I just like this. I liked her spunk and stuff like that in the other video. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Yeah, I got so many of these screenshots, so y'all could just let me know whatever parts y'all want to talk about. We just gonna flow through them.
I think that was her aunt, wasn't it?
Yes.
On Florence or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, because I think since, like I said, it's been so long, I was actually thinking she was making the clothes. So then with me rewatching it, I'm like, oh no, she was doing the drawings and she took it to her. And it's like, give me a discount. I'm still going to pay you something, but I need the family discount. So Auntie was making the stuff.
Right.
And then, of course, he out here trying to...
This is the moment, y'all.
I mean, he was out there trying to do the right thing by telling the construction workers and different people that they out here tearing down your neighborhood and trying to. It was about gentrification.
Yes,
gentrification.
Yeah, he was explaining. So he was doing the right thing.
He was doing the right thing in this. I like the part with her aunt, and then they interrupting the work thing, but I like that they was getting a little side thing on. And she's believing in her dream, but they was going back and forth with the construction workers, and he was getting ready to lose his temper, but his man let him know, hey, we're not here for all of that.
He was trying his best to hold it together, but then it got to a point where they just was downright.
Yeah, but that was all her fault.
It was her fault, though. She
just
poured the milk into the bullhorn.
Yeah.
It got all over him, and he assumed it was them guys.
Exactly.
He had already had beef.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how would he think it's dumb? And they were standing on the opposite side of the street. You think they gonna walk through his men's to do that? Like,
he wasn't even thinking. He just assumed.
Yeah, he assumed it. I mean, he really wouldn't have a way of knowing. But it was crazy that she did that,
And when you assume, you make a what out of you?
Exactly.
A donkey. You make a donkey.
We are.
So of course he gets into a fight, gets locked up, and she feels bad. So now this is when he find out what she did.
And she had to pay $100 to get him out. That was a lot of money in 1975. To get somebody out on bail for $100.
Yeah, it was funny to me too that she went from feeling bad to saying I really didn't have it, I'm gonna need it back. And then when he was like, oh well, I could come, we could go out, or I could come and see her. She's like, no, I don't care if you carry nickels on your back. So that cracked me up. She got offended so fast, like. I was like, girl, nobody told you to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this, of course, is when she meets Mr. Sean. What did y'all think? This was funny too.
That white woman up in the corner got on my nerves. She was,
she was annoying.
Yeah.
But she couldn't believe that he looked at her and considered her beautiful. Like, what?
Yeah, because she really just wanted her to be there to be her secretary, and she had just finished getting on her about being late and that the class can't interfere. So then when she's coming down, because he was getting aggravated with the models that they had him down there with, he like ready to set her up, like, okay, girl, snatching the pad, like, come on.
One of them was so extra, and she kept making the same face with every move. She's like,
yeah, she was horrible. He was getting pissed. He was like, what is this crap y'all sending me? So he's like, now we talking.
Yeah.
And she like, oh no, she just the secretary.
Those white women didn't have it,
So of course, all of a sudden, these nickels come flying through her door.
Man.
Oh
I'm
god.
glad she went and got him though.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Yeah. Said she felt bad. She should have felt bad. You pouring in milk and the thing, wait, wait, you wasting the milk and got this man locked up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, what did y'all think about this when they have their little first interaction and she end up, going outside with him and everything?
I
It's,
like that she gave him a chance to see what he was about.
yeah, yeah.
I like how they broke the ice with the little air hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute, and then
It was
and
cute.
he saw what he's really about for the community and things like that.
Mhm.
It was cute. Air
And I
hockey
think
is a
this was
game.
like one of the first times that they have the conversation where he's saying how he want to stay and make things better because he's seen the changes. And this is when she first was saying what Moochie was talking about with the whole, well, I want to get out of here and have a better life. What's wrong with that? It's not nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, don't
No,
forget.
it's nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody, just any of us, if we want to
Mm-hmm.
do better in our life and have more, grow, that is nothing wrong with that. But you cannot like forget about where you come from, or you know piss on people who just because they ain't in the same level with you or whatever. She was tripping late on, and she was still okay right here. Late on is when she started getting a little beside herself. She was feeling herself later.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's like you don't gotta look down and tear down somebody else because higher up. That's when we getting a little crazy there.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, this is when she's actually kind of modeling around one of the dresses that I guess her aunt finished for her,
Mm.
and this is when she gets into the discussion with Sean about I guess her kind of having a better chance if going to a different country, being in Rome or somewhere like that she would not be looked at as the same as here. And at first, her and her aunt was kind of like, "What are you talking about? Like, we here in Chicago, we ain't think about no daggone Rome." But he had a point to a certain degree. But of course, I don't know. What did y'all think about this whole thing?
He seemed like he just wanted to keep her boxed in one area. He didn't want her to expand. He didn't want her to grow. He just wanted to keep her like how you keep a doll.
Well, that was the issue with both Sean and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They, but definitely, Sean was that way. Brian ended up being like that too. He
Yeah, it was just for different reasons, but it was kind of
different reasons.
similar.
Yeah.
Because I think right after this is when he's telling wait, yeah, I think right after this is when he tells homegirl here that this is the choice. This is who should be the model. And she was like, "No, that can't happen.
She's
That's
supposed
against
to be the
policy.
secretary. Yeah.
Right. We can't do that." And then she pulled him to the side, like, "Don't make me look crazy. This is what they say," and blah, whatever. I never really noticed that back in the days either when I was watching it. So do y'all think it was personal with her, or do y'all think it really was just how the overall department store, wherever it was supposed to be, it was department store, how they felt, what their policy was?
I feel
Or
It
you
like
could be
think it
her.
was both?
It
I
could
don't
be
think
both.
I don't think she was all right with it once he was willing to do it, but she's got rules that she has to follow, so she has to play ball too. She don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. And even though she might not feel that way, she has to, basically enforce the rule. Sometimes it's like, don't, mess with the messenger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
This
I
lady was
didn't really look at it that way years ago, but then when I was looking at it this time, I was like, well, wait a minute, is she?
this lady was hating.
Mm-hmm.
She was
Yeah.
a hater, and she was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia yelling, it was her.
Yeah, she
It
was problematic.
He was saying, oh god.
her.
So, what did y'all think about this? Because from the minute Brian set eyes on him, it's sometimes when he make these facial features, and it would take me back to Lady Sings the Blues because it's the same faces he made in there with certain things. It was like as soon as he seen Sean, he wasn't feeling him from the look on his face, and this whole setup with him wanting to take
and
these
I didn't like
pictures.
it either. I didn't like it either. Yeah. I agree with what Billy. I mean, I wouldn't say Billy D. Brian was saying to her about how he said how much they getting paid, $60 or $70 an hour or something. She said, well, how much you paying the old lady?
Mm-hmm.
And they intend on paying that lady.
That's a fact, because they could have
Exactly.
used that money.
Yeah, and they're gonna stick the cigarette in the other man's mouth. The man was probably didn't even smoke no cigarette. He just it looked racist. The whole thing looked
It did.
racist. Yeah.
It looked like you was using them, like just using them.
They was using. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They she just running and being in. That's why he was looking pissed off at it too. He like, you don't realize what you doing, and she just like, I'm looking out for me. It was just like, oh.
Yeah, he was looking so disgusted.
She was tripping right here. This is when she started really kind of.
So can I ask y'all? I just want y'all perspective, because here it felt like her and Brian was starting to get romantic, but then it felt like she was starting to get romantic with Sean too before he left to go to the room, because he went there first. When he's leaving, she gives him a kiss. Do y'all feel like she was being romantic with him too?
I feel like he kissed her more so.
Yeah, I don't think.
I feel like she wasn't expecting that.
No, and she wasn't attracted to him like that. I think it was all. She was just trying to get her design. She wanted to be a fashion designer, and it wasn't no attraction she had with him.
And I just think that was like a thank you. Like, a thank you gesture, not like a romantic gesture. Just like,
exactly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I didn't look anything into it. I ain't thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when he was saying bye. So now she's still trying to get her designs out there. At this point, she just going to, different places, trying to get her stuff out. And I ain't mad at that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having your dream and trying to pursue. Obviously, she was good, but nobody didn't seem like they was really taking her too serious. And even when Sean offered her the whole thing with being able to model for him, she's like, I'm not trying to model. I'm trying to put my clothes out there for other people to wear it. But he was saying she got to start somewhere, which is true. So, did she lose the job at the store? I forget.
Yeah,
she did. She got fired.
Yeah, because she lied, said she was going to the doctor's appointment.
Right, and she
left her sketchbook.
Yes.
Office.
Yeah. How you forget that? And you know you get on the low level.
When you lied.
Because she actually ended up seeing Brian again when she was going to the unemployment.
Yeah. When you lie to your supervisor, you got to keep that story straight.
She's like, well, your doctor, acting all stank.
Exactly. Now you got to keep your story straight.
Yeah, she definitely should have been more on top of it than that, though. If you're trying to be on the slide.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. So I think this is one of the first times where she kind of like peeped him before he peeped her, and she was yelling some stuff out from behind. That was kind of their thing.
Yeah, my man left me, and how you gonna help me get my man back?
They are cute together, though. They, like I said, they had a good chemistry. So from that point, it seems like they started getting serious. She's more so helping him because now he's trying to be serious with running for councilman. But it feels like she's not really that happy. Like she put her dream to the side.
Yeah, she wasn't happy doing this. But he wasn't.
Her putting her dream to the side.
Yeah, he wasn't. But he wasn't understanding of. And later on in another scene when he told her that so why you wasting your time. Remember she was at the campaign office. You wasting your time and
I think that was like the next scene.
Yeah. So he didn't support her and he didn't see it as a and he thought his dreams was more important than hers. So
that's the part I didn't like, because there needed to be some balance. Like the same way she there and she helping you if y'all trying to come into this relationship together, then you may say, well, you're not going to be able to, go about it that way or whatever, but you still could do this. Like, at least still be encouraging, and y'all both, equally be there for each other. All of that, your stuff is big.
Yeah, and that's why I said that this is why I said that he did get on my nerves. It was because during this time right here, he was not supportive.
Right.
He was calling her dreams like, stupid or whatever. I can't remember the words he said, but he definitely was just downing her.
Right.
And she was like, well, thanks for the support. But he wanted her to just be, go to dinners with the congressman and just be like a little his arm piece. He didn't support her career.
Yeah.
He didn't understand.
Definitely. So it just so happens that right after that, she gets the call from Sean that's saying, you ready to fly? You ready to come out here? I was like, oh, Lord. Yeah, but I didn't like the way that she left.
Yeah, that was kind of foul.
No, she just up and left. She didn't say bye, nothing, right?
She didn't even say goodbye to him.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Right. She was like, you could tell him that for me. And then he was like, do you love him? And she was like, of course I do. Or you know the answer to that. Something along them lines. And it was like, well, then why you don't go and tell him what the hell is going on? Because she had just missed him. She was trying to get there, and he was like, no, he already left.
A letter, something.
Right. Dear John.
The Dear John letter, yeah. She didn't do it. She just up and left.
She was supposed to meet him at that dinner.
Yeah, because he was waiting for her.
He was like, there's no time.
Yeah, to meet with,
I'm going to rush you with a cab over there.
Congressman or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she was supposed to take a cab there and meet him. Yes. So I was like, nah, that's foul. She talking about, oh, I ain't got time because the cab is already waiting for me. And as soon as she said that, here come the cab driver. Come on, lady, we got to get to him. I said, well, damn. So I did think that was raggedy. That was kind of raggedy.
I understand she was trying to have her dreams. She wanted something more than just being in Chicago.
Right.
She grew up in the, in the neighborhood. She understands everything. I think she understood what he was talking about. I just think she wanted something more. But after a while, she started getting blinded by this.
Absolutely.
And then he wasn't supportive. So that's why I said he was problematic at times too. But I think she still was far worse.
Yes. So she got
the seriously. He how you say he didn't take her career seriously. He thought it was just a game. He didn't understand her
like a play.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So now she got here, and I was kind of annoyed with this too, because I said, okay, he invites you all the way to Rome. This ain't another city. This ain't another borough. This ain't another state. This is another country. You don't meet me nothing. I'm coming by myself. Don't know where I'm going. It made me laugh when she stopped, and there was a guy walking past, and she was like, hey, brother. Then she said, no, you ain't no brother. She ain't know where she was going. And then when she knocked at the door and he opened it, he talking about some, oh, well, you made it. I said, you invited me. What the hell?
You actually came.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, it was so many red flags with this guy, Sean, too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Candy Love says he didn't see her vision. Yeah, he sure didn't at all. She said, wow. Oh, you watched it on YouTube this morning, Candy?
Yeah, I did too, Candy. I watched it on YouTube, yeah.
Me too. Let's see what else y'all talking about. You never seen this movie? I know we watched this movie. I'm pretty sure we did. You probably just don't remember. As many times as I used to run all these daggone movies in the ground. But she gets in there and sees his little studio or whatever with all the pictures. Now, this is where I feel like one of the first red flags was, I don't think I got the screenshot. But remember, there's a picture that she sees that she's like, what's that about? And I think that was somebody that was a model for him before. That he probably got intimate with and he wasn't working with no more. And the picture was all scratched up and he had like a knife stuck in it or some kind of dart or something. And he talking about some, Oh yeah.
Yeah, he go to red flags right here. Red
Exactly.
flags. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's just thinking like it's art. Really?
Right.
Yeah, because she was just
Well,
thinking about
no,
her
we didn't
career.
get to that point.
But
So
I'm gonna say one thing
before
though.
we go to this part, this is also, I'm sorry, but this is also where she gets the name Mahogany. So he did do one good thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like how he was phrasing some of those words though.
Yeah.
When he was like, I'm gonna call you Mahogany, because he was saying he give all of them, all his models or whatever their names.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went from Tracy to being Mahogany. She tried to act like she ain't like it, but she did like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She did. She liked it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Inga, to cut you off. What you was about to say?
Oh no. The next slide you had, I just want to say, what about how beautiful Diana Ross is?
Oh yeah.
I mean, she just look. I mean, oh, look at the hat and the
Her clothes was amazing.
Yes, the clothes was definitely on point.
Her hair was on point. I mean, she was just gorgeous. You know, she was just gorgeous.
So either one of y'all want to talk about how these men in here was acting a daggone fool?
They were trash, y'all, to me.
Yeah.
They was critiquing everything about her looks, her complexion, everything. It's like anything they talked about, they was talking about what they could change on her.
Yes.
And I love the way she handled the situation, because she like, well, then I don't even need to be here.
Right.
Exactly.
She didn't feel like how some people be feeling like they need to change, because I'm sure they're doing this now with these girls.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and they was doing it with them. Well, maybe you should lighten your skin. Maybe you should get a BBL. All of this other stuff.
Yeah, I liked how they focused in on that, because this has always been part of it. I mean, they went to the breasts ain't big enough. They was like, oh, let me see her legs getting all up, having her turn around, having her take the jacket. And she was keeping it cool for most of it, but then she was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and you hear the horror stories now from these supermodels from back in the day, when they were saying how all these things happened to them, sexual harassment,
absolutely,
all these types of things. So, of course, at the time, nobody could speak up, but now, 30 years later, whatever, people talking now. So,
it was like she was on an auction block.
Yeah. And I like when she said maybe she could help you with it, and then she ain't even realized that here it is. This lady is actually the one that's the head of it. She was like, no, trust me, I can't leave them alone, here with nothing. She was like, when can you start? So that actually ended up working in her favor.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know she was kind of looking like, oh, damn, I ain't know you was after she said it, though. Oh God. So of course this is basically when she starts, doing her different little pictures and stuff, getting more exposure, getting out there, slowly making her way up. And he gets to see her in the magazine. They riding in the car and they like, wait a minute, pass him the magazine. What y'all?
Yo, I was cracking up with what the guy was singing, because he was going in, and they was like, we gotta listen to this, and then he had changed the lyrics to what was going on in the car. I know he felt like, well, dang, I really thought her career wasn't going to be enough, and now look at
he was
him.
like, wow. He was looking at it for a minute too.
Yes. Like I was with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking how gorgeous she is.
Yep, absolutely. So of course, this is child. I'm sorry, but this man was just always giving crazy vibes. But at this point, I think she still was just excited.
She was excited to be there.
Yeah.
She was excited to be,
because when he threw her in that water, I thought she was gonna get pissed off, but she was just still laughing and stuff. They was a good team, though.
Yeah, because he used to bring out the best of her beauty to me.
Yeah, and it actually ends up becoming like one of the big billboards, from that shot. But I was like, girl, I would have been pissed.
And FYI, they really did have these billboards.
Yeah.
So at this point, she's pretty much like, made it or getting more recognition, but it's still not in the way she wanted to be. Is with her having, her picture in these different magazines. Now they stopping by newsstands, seeing her on different covers. and she still wants to be able to have her clothes out there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, with this other picture, it seemed like he was trying to see if they could go somewhere romantic again. I don't know what y'all thought about this part. And I felt like he was kind of trying to discard Carlotta there too. When she was saying,
he seemed like he was trying to play them against each other, because then he see them getting close, and I think he was kind of trying to cause some division with them, and she set the boundary, like, we not going there with me and you like that. Like,
right?
I like the way she put her foot
She
down.
did not look at him.
Yeah,
look at him that way. You know,
it's not happening.
No, he was just creepy. He was.
He was. And I think she even said something like, we ain't got to force it. We ain't got to. And he was like, well, what you mean by that? Carlotta done told you something. Here we go, part 2 with him again and with these guys. What y'all thought about this?
To me, this time he seemed like he did a little bit better. Like, he handled the situation better, but it wasn't somebody in the mix too,
Yeah.
Hey, Taria.
He was trying to be what was it, alderman or something?
Yes.
He was trying, and he was trying to be a good politician.
Yeah. I think somebody ended up throwing a can at him. I don't even think I got that screenshot either, but
I think
it was like, listen, I'm going to let you do so much to me. So now this is the first time when these two bump heads. What y'all thought about this? Well, it's probably not the first time, but I think it was like one of the biggest, because this was her outfit here that she wanted to use, right?
Yeah, he was disrespectful.
It just showed you how rude he was.
Yeah, she slapped fire out of him.
Yeah, he wanted to really mess with her confidence, though.
Definitely. He kept trying to act like he was proving a point, and I ain't like that.
I didn't like that either.
No, me either.
So this pissed me off.
Anybody
want to break this down?
I didn't like any of this.
He bid the lowest bid for that dress when she came out.
It was like $500.
Yeah, and it had her where she was getting ready to hold her head down in shame and stuff like that. And I'm so glad this guy stepped up. I can't
Everybody started laughing.
I believe he was Christian, and he was some big time guy, because even when they first showed him walking in, it's like everybody's taking pictures, everybody's trying to shake his hand. And he's like, get out of here.
He was some billionaire.
I just like the way that
but he felt bad for, because the other people was laughing.
And that's when she was giving. It looked like she was getting ready to run off stage.
Yeah,
they were all laughing at her and just, pointing and laughing.
Like, they're all gonna laugh at you.
Exactly. Yeah. It was humiliating.
He just seemed like if he don't get his way, he want to be like, if I'm mad, everybody go.
Right. Yeah, I did not like that at all. I'm like, come on, you ain't gotta act like no sucker like that for real. Because she was supposed to wear like a white tennis dress, and she ended up coming out with this on, which was, of course, something she designed. So he really was trying to play her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that guy Christian showed him.
And then when she's coming out after, even though the guy didn't even want this dress, he just did that because I guess he felt bad, and he also was like, she's beautiful. But it was funny when she was coming out, and Sean really was thinking she supposed to come over to him, like calling after her. She kept walking. I was like, he really sick.
He was like, I'm getting ready to go, and then she was like, go.
She was looking good right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. She looks so pretty. So what did y'all think when, I'm paraphrasing, but she walks over, gives him the dress. He ends up giving it to Carlotta, like, take care of this for me. And she was like, thanking him for buying it. And it's like, what do I owe you? He said, for now, I'll take a drink.
Well, she also told him he could have whatever he wants.
Exactly.
She did say that.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
So she was willing to do anything so she can get her designs done. That's what I'm saying. She was tripping during this time frame.
Yeah.
She forgot about who she was back in Chicago and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I did think that was an interesting choice of words. And then, of course, old creepy behind got to try to come and intervene and say he want to speak to her for a minute.
Oh, psycho.
Yeah. And he tells her, like, oh, well, don't forget you still supposed to, come to the party that I'm throwing for you. It's in your honor. Now, I wouldn't have went to the party after the way he treated me, but
Exactly.
how do y'all feel about it?
No, I agree. I wouldn't have went.
She wouldn't have went, but she still feels like she owes him. Because if it wasn't for her, she wouldn't have this opportunity out here. Even though to me, he seems like he just wanted to keep her in a box.
Yeah,
He feels like she's owes him.
That's absolutely factual. And he was just creepy. I mean, I wouldn't have probably wanted to go to the party, but you're right. She probably felt like, well, I don't want to go, but I owe you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be even in Rome. So. And then
1 minute, y'all. I'm still here. I don't know if either one of y'all want to break down this scene when Brian decides. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, he showed up in Rome because he lost the campaign.
And she was so happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
She was so happy to see him. I didn't even realize he lost the campaign yet. But he came there to visit. She was happy to see him.
I would have jumped in his arms too.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what the chat is saying. Hey, Samara. I don't remember it. I saw it from the beginning to the end. Hi, good evening. Well, look. If you haven't seen this movie, it's really one to watch because it's just like a classic. It's a classic as far as veteran, like the actor Billy D. Williams is in it, and it's to me is something that a throwback that someone all should add to their list if they haven't watched it.
It's kind of crazy movie, but I like that.
Now, what did y'all think about him saying, like, I felt like he came because he lost the campaign, also because he sees her in the magazine.
That's true.
And then he's saying to her here, I still need you to come and help me. Like, with you, I would win.
Yeah, he came here for help. Now that she's got her face all over the place, now her career is in make-believe.
That's why he came.
Yeah, he needed a favor. They all come back for and ask for
They always come back.
Mm-hmm.
They always come back.
Mm-hmm. I have not seen this movie, but
it's on YouTube.
Wow, really, Suburbia? I'm surprised.
I'm surprised you ain't seen this.
Yeah. Now, what did y'all think about? What did y'all think about when she took him out shopping?
He was like amazed, like the prices. He was, you spending this much?
Yeah, he didn't.
But he didn't understand it.
He didn't understand the dollar exchange. Yeah.
He thought she was spending a fortune on him, but she kind of was.
Yeah, and then she act like she know how to speak Italian.
This part had me cracking up.
And the guy was like, "Mister, you just want some wine? What you want?" It was embarrassing.
Yeah, but she wanted to act like she like know the culture and all of that over there. And she turning him on. It
turned out that she ain't know anything.
I figured she would know a little bit Italian by now, but she do. But it sounded like it was gibberish to the guy. He was like,
"It's not easy to pick up a second language just real fast. It takes time,
Yeah, I know. Only thing I knew when I went to Germany was when I'd be like, "Speak it Deutsch" in German. That asked, "Do they speak English?" And then they be like, "Yes," and then I'll start talking.
Most of us still trying to learn English. Some speak another
language. That's the only thing I know in German, and da, and yes and no. And I only know that because my 8-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
So okay. He wanted to control her. Absolutely. He wanted to control every aspect of her. Both of them wanted to control
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Both. Yeah, that's right. Both of them wanted to control her. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody was problematic in their own way.
yes,
Their own way. I think she definitely would, but the Sean might have been the craziest of everybody. Though
of course, the
he was
psycho
batshit
is the
crazy.
psycho.
Yeah, I'm telling you that I can't because I never can get over. I don't care what he played in. To me, he's still psycho. You know.
Now I did get pissed with this party. How did y'all
Yes,
feel
I
about
got
it?
pissed
Oh,
with
me
him
too.
at this party, and I got pissed with her.
Okay, well, first of all, look at this one picture. This dude or whatever that is up there put the finger in this food or whatever it was and go, who's eating off somebody's finger like that?
Right.
You
That's
know we don't do no stuff like that.
Yeah, black folk don't do no stuff.
Where
You
your
ain't gonna
hand
stick your
been?
finger in the dip and then go stick your finger in my
And
mouth.
like,
You know?
oh, here.
He
I
was
don't
like,
know where
oh,
your
no.
hand was.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, was that Terrence Howard?
What?
No, this is way before Terrence Howard. This
Terrence
is
Howard
Billy D. Williams.
He was a little kid when this was made.
Right. He was nowhere to be seen when this came out.
Yeah, he was a kid. He was
He
to
was a
be
little
seen,
kid
but
like
he
me.
wasn't famous.
Right. So Sean decided he gonna bring his raggedy behind over there. You could tell that Brian is already out of his element. He only at the party because of her. And he decided to come over there and throw words, and then he want to tell him to come back to the office with him so he could show him something. Child, it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Anybody want to talk about this whole throwdown?
I didn't. What? Once he saw him,
like,
all
what
them
the heck
guns
was he
in
doing?
there, he
Like
should
he's
have
having
left.
a gun in his face. I mean, what was he threatened by this
Yeah, he was threatened
he
by
was.
him.
He knows she loved him.
Yeah, he was definitely threatened by him. That was so crazy. One minute they looking at pictures and talking, and the next thing you know, he got a gun in his face. They struggling over the gun. I said, well, damn, what the hell is going on? He done threw him over the table.
Exactly. Yeah.
One minute Brian had the upper hand, and the next minute he had the upper hand.
And look how crazy he looked right here.
Yes, because when he fired that shot, he started laughing.
I mean,
because he was like, "Oh, you was really trying to?
Mm-hmm.
You was trying to."
Now, what I didn't understand, and I also didn't like about this, is after this whole thing happens, and he walks out, and he's like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my behind home.
Yeah, because he was like,
I'm
this ain't the
leaving.
place for me.
Yeah,
why doesn't he tell her what happened? And also, why doesn't she say, well, what the heck just went down in that office? Why does she stay and start dancing and stripping? And I was confused.
She started dancing and going,
taking a wig off.
What happened? Why are you leaving? She didn't question anything.
Nah.
She didn't say one thing. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, maybe y'all may her better than me, but I don't remember her saying one thing. He left and she went on to start boogieing on the dance floor.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah,
I was so confused by that. And then you got the nerve to come in, and now you got an attitude. Like what? I mean, she said here pouring wax on herself from the candle. I was so confused.
She was just crazy.
That's why I said this movie was a little off in some ways. It was,
and she acted so nasty.
Yes, and it's like some parts of it remind me of Lady Sings the Blues, even though it's a completely different dynamic. It was just like, what is happening right now?
If they could redo this movie, they would have to change the script a little bit.
Yes,
of course. I think she just acted disgusting. If they would change this movie, they would add a social media part in this. With this whole thing that she's saying, everybody's coming to see me, and all of that stuff. Everybody likes me, and
He was getting big headed right here. She was definitely making it all about her. She was getting big headed. Just
right. Yeah, because I mean they both said things I feel like they shouldn't have been saying. Once the arguments get going and you start saying different stuff, it's like each one want to hurt the other one worse than they hurting you.
Right.
And because when she came in, he was literally sitting there in the dark, like she had to turn the light on and walk over to the mirror, and it was like at first she didn't even realize he was sitting there, and then she just thought, going in, telling him he jealous and all this different stuff. And I still didn't understand why we didn't have a conversation where it's like, yo, this man just literally attacked me in his office.
Yeah, she didn't even. That should have came out.
Yeah,
that conversation never
came
happened.
out.
Right.
Conversation never happened.
Right.
At least I don't remember.
Yeah, it didn't.
Cooking at the same time, but I don't remember hearing it. Yeah.
It didn't. It really was crazy. Yeah, pouring the candle wax on her skin. When she came home, she in the mirror like this, trying to get it on. I said, "Girl, go wash your face. Like, what's happening here?"
Yeah, yeah.
It looked like something else.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she was tripping right here, like right here.
Yeah, I didn't like this part either. She basically trying to, hit him from the back, pour her drink on him, and tell him that he wasn't worth the lick.
Yeah, she was going crazy. I'm laughing at Ellis.
Yes,
pouring that candle wax on her skin, but you know what it looked like to me.
Then he grabs her up like
that kind of thing, Moochie. Some people pour hot wax on their body. It's like a sexual thing too.
Right?
Yeah, that's erotic.
Yeah, burning my damn skin.
I ain't burning my dog. I ain't burning my just to be erotic. Shoot, that ain't gonna make you arch your back like that when you get hit with that heat.
Right. True. Then
yeah, I mean, you been messing with hot wax, right? So hot wax, you know hot wax.
Yes.
And that's not that wax on her had to get cold to get hot.
Right.
So that means you mean to tell me you ain't jumping when somebody pouring some hot wax on you? I can't like that.
I mean, what does Suburban Jones mean? At Tamika, that's exactly how argument works. What that mean? What do you mean?
I don't know.
When I was saying about the argument, they each one trying to hurt each other or hurt each other with once they get heated like that, and they, like I said, they both were saying some things where it was like, whoa. But okay, when he grabs her up, Moochie, that's when we get the famous line. This movie, the song is famous and that line is famous. We had this in the trivia a couple weeks ago.
Okay, this should have been an ask for question tonight. Right. Success is nothing.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I forgot the whole line, but
I think it's without nothing unless you got someone you love to share it with.
That's right.
That's the line.
That's that line right there. That look he gave her, I was like, woo!
Yeah, and that applies to both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's too bad she didn't get it until late. She didn't.
Suburbia said, "Would you like to elaborate?"
I'm not gonna elaborate what it looks like.
No, we gotta do
Moochie read between the lines.
Right.
Look,
that's the after hours.
I don't want to be a teacher.
We gotta do Moochie after dark, and then we can talk about it.
I don't want to be a teacher, but if you can read between the lines and think about it, you know what it is.
Okay. Michelle says, I saw the picture when I was 14 years old. I didn't like the movie because I didn't understand what was going on. I will have to watch again. Yeah, sometimes you can have a different perspective older, because definitely I looked at it in a different way older. I mean, younger versus older watching it.
This just made me didn't like parts about her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It just made me think that,
when I was a kid, I'm just looking at Dinah Raw, she
right.
fine. I wasn't, but now I can we in the car, I can understand. I ain't really like parts of her character.
Absolutely. So of course now he's gone, child. Now we get to
this was like,
oh my gosh. I was waiting for y'all to get to this, because this is when
you know he's psycho.
When I text y'all, I said this thing got on my list. He was real psycho. Like, he lost it. I mean, what in the world? I didn't even understand what the heck he was. Why would he do this? He killed
it was like he wanted. Like, I guess the same thing when it came to Brian with playing around with that daggone gun. Now you in the car and the car's moving. She's like, oh, it's moving. And he's like, let it move, and fighting her from grabbing the wheel and snapping pictures. You know, he kept saying he wanted to be closer to death. I guess this is about as close as you gonna get.
I
mean, it ain't funny, but
I think he must have
scared
did
the
he cut
life
brake
out of
line?
her.
yes.
Did you see them pictures when they was developed?
Exactly.
And look where they was at. Like
No,
that car
exactly.
could have
it wasn't no cars out there. It was on a freeway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could have gotten killed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
I did have shots of the pictures, but then I had so many screenshots already, so I didn't use them. But look how this car flipped, like.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he figured I made you, so I'm gonna destroy you. That's the that was his mentality.
I'd like to see them redo this movie. This movie's all over the place. Because, you know.
I'm surprised they didn't. They've done over so many other ones.
So let me ask you ladies this. So now do you feel like it is justly that they didn't get any awards?
A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, I could kind of understand it. I can't understand it. I mean, I'm not going to say that I expected the Wiz to get awards, but I also don't expect people the way they trashed it to the capacity that they did.
Oh, no, I love the Wiz now.
Yeah.
I love the Wiz too. They trashed that movie.
Yeah.
But they trashed it because they felt like they was getting rid of the memory of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, you know, the Wiz, everybody's raised on the Wizard of Oz. But
right.
And that's cute and all, but the Wiz, that's how
I felt like she was too old to play Dorothy.
I feel like, you know, I could kind of understand this maybe not getting like critical acclaim or whatever, you know, the case may be. But I don't think it's the worst. But looking at it, I can see different stuff that they made mistakes with, or they could have went in a different direction with.
I was reading after watching the movie this afternoon. I was reading. I said, let me go and see what about reviews, and people did say they didn't like it, but they did not like Barry Gordy directing the movie.
Yeah, because he produced and directed it.
Yeah, it was supposed to have been somebody else, but the person backed out, and so he did it, and they didn't like him directing. So maybe yeah.
But of course, with this part, and I'm sorry, but I agree with Carlotta. It might sound evil, but when she's first showing her the pictures and she's talking with her, she says, well, he wanted to be closer to death. He got what he wanted, or he got what he deserved. And she was like, nobody deserves that. I said, child, yes, he do after he almost killed you. Like, shoot, he got exactly what he was asking for.
Like I said, that mother father deserved it because he was trying to take me out. That's how I was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he must have cut the brake line or something because she wasn't able to stop that car.
So, what do y'all think about Christian? Like, he kind of gets Carlotta to leave, and he's, you know, telling her he gonna take care of her. He knows she could walk, but he's still gonna push her in the wheelchair. He then lets her see that he have a whole place that's set up for her now at his house where she could go ahead and make her designs and all that stuff. Like, now he's stepping in and saying, I got your back. I'm gonna be taking over from here now that old Sean is out the way. So was this him coming for his due?
Yeah. He I feel like he wanted to get her from under his thumb. So now he could work with her like how he wanted to, because he probably was trying to get to her, but it seemed like Sean had little connections where he could put up little roadblocks for that. So now this is working.
But she was being very nasty to these people.
Yes, and he had to check her. He had to check her.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. She was very disrespectful to the staff, talking people crazy. I mean, she got big headed.
Yeah,
but she didn't even want people to talk to her like this when she was doing the same exact work. So how you going to get some? That's why certain people can't get power.
Exactly.
And I'm glad he checked her for it.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking too. Like, wait a minute, when you was in this position, you didn't want nobody talking to you that way.
She's talking to the people just like that lady at the department store talking to her.
Exactly.
So she didn't like it then, you know. So,
yeah, Alicia, she got hurt. She could have been dead. She was lucky to still be able to get up and walk. Yeah, I didn't like that. So, of course, this is the full circle where we get back to where we started at with her show is a success. Her designs are a success. You know, they're telling her, like, you made it now. And she's kind of stuck in a different zone. I think when she said that success, only thing that kept coming back to her was what he said to her.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I really don't know none of these people that I'm standing here with. What y'all think?
Yeah, I think she was. I think she probably got tired, right? At this point, is that why she went back to Chicago? She got tired of them.
I think so, and I think she also felt lonely. Like, yeah, I'm doing supposedly good, right? I got my dream of being able to get my designs out, but yet when I'm looking around, who's really here that's with me? Like, she's
That
looking
I
at that
know.
crowd that's clapping, and
Yeah.
nobody in that
Her
crowd is somebody she
her
knows.
And
her,
nobody knows
her
her.
Right.
Aunt Florence wasn't
And
there. Her man wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
her comment, her friend's comment, because that's the closest friend she got there now,
Mm-hmm.
was all of these people are here to celebrate your success.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she got that little aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Yeah,
EJ.
I agree.
Hey, EJ.
Hey EJ, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. If y'all don't know about EJ the TV Junkie, make sure y'all check her out. We got some, reviews we be doing together, some collabs that be going down, and she got her other Ruthless and I don't know all the shows, but check her out, check her channel out, get into
Doing her
it.
thing on her channel. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all, I think that kind of came back to reality with that. So now she says she wants to go home, and he thinking she talking about his home. Anybody want to break this down?
Yeah. And so why did she take off her dress?
Because she thought she was going to have to make her payment.
Right, payment is due. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Because he even says to her, I was waiting for you to slide into my bed one night. I said, oh, to come in my room one night, something like that. And then he tells her, I'm going to bring you your drink, go to my room. So she already done took her clothes off. And he said, damn, you really would do it.
Yeah.
So she was going to do anything just so she can be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it boiled down to. That's how I took it.
I took it as that too.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, Candy loves said payment, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Payment is due, baby. But he didn't want it like that. He wanted her to want him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
And he was all right with being friends if that, and supporting her dream, but he don't want it because she feels obligated to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the BET Awards come on tonight, and I ain't even see them put up who the whole super. I know Patti LaBelle supposed to be doing some type of tribute to
Tina
Turner, so I do want to see that. But other than that, I haven't heard nothing, and that's real weird. I haven't heard them say the host, the performers, nothing.
Yeah.
So
I know they're gonna do.
Yeah, but I did see that
hip hop and all that. But
yeah, because it's like the 50th anniversary or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. So, of course, this is when somebody starts saying something in the crowd, and he's now running for
City.
Was it Senate?
No, U.S. Congress.
Congress.
U.S. Congress. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Coco Jones is the host. Okay, I guess.
That's the girl from Bel Air.
Yeah.
She's a singer too. She got an album, music.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to get into her album, but I know she could sing. Yeah,
I got a single. It sounds pretty good.
Oh, okay. I saw her singing on some program or something, but I didn't really pay that much attention to her. Yeah, but at this point, she came back home to get her man. So
yeah, that was like the big scene too. At that time, with her walking through the crowd once again, saying stuff, and he like, "Come out! Who said that? Who's the person that said that?" And so, of course, when I guess, but she talking about, "Can you get me my old man back?" And you gonna do this? You gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean, to be with him, that means you gotta stay in America, and now be, be his wife or whatever.
But was she really gonna be happy with doing that? I felt like, why couldn't she have both things? That's the part now, as an adult looking at it, that's the part where I was like, okay.
Yeah, because she could be a fashion designer or model and still be the congressman's wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, this was 1975.
Right.
You know how they gotta say stand. You know, what's that country singer say stand by your man. You know,
Right.
her man. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but nowadays you can do it all. You know,
Right. Yeah.
you know they didn't go. It ended at that point, so we don't know.
Yeah, because it just literally ended with everybody looking at them cheering and them, giving the hug and kiss or whatever.
And her
But
saying, yes,
mm-hmm.
yes. Do
Mm-hmm.
you promise?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like this is not really how I remember this being, and I'm like, I
Right,
guess.
right, Candy. Back then, you could not be more important than the man. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
made it
They
like
didn't,
when
Yeah.
they
she
didn't
was
like
like,
that.
okay, now I'm gonna give up my career and become
If you had
submissive.
more
Right.
education than the man or anything, then
Mm-hmm.
you was trying to updo him. You know,
Yeah.
you know, they was tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. It basically was, I guess for
Well, I
This
mean, you
movie
know,
dated.
it is dating because, like I said, this was supposed to be the love story, and I'm like, I guess, you
Yeah.
know.
oh, I froze up for a second. This movie had issues, but but at times everybody got on my nerves, but then
Mm-hmm.
but it still was. I would like to see
Mm-hmm.
more of their love story.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I definitely think they could have added things and took some other things out. I mean,
Yeah,
I got the point of her wanting to be the fashion designer and starting with the modeling, even though that wasn't even nowhere in her mind, and
no,
her getting to this big status and then really just saying like what's the important things in life, and then like we was discussing earlier, him talking about the gentrification and him wanting better, like all of that was fine. I felt like they could have kept those parts in, but they still could have made it where we are able to come together and uplift each other. That would have been more of a love story to me,
yeah,
and we both want each other to be able to have the things that we want to have and be able to be a success together. That would have been more of a love story to me than the love story that they gave. But I get it. I get where they was trying to go.
yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Suburban Jones. That's Tammy Wynette. That's who sing that song.
Yes, yes,
By
yes.
your man.
Yes, yes. Hmm. Yeah. So, any last thoughts, ladies, regarding this one?
I
I
don't
think
think
I
so.
gave like how I feel like this movie is dated, and it's certain things that could not
Yeah,
happen now if they
it's
make this
definitely
movie
dated.
over. The girl is
Yeah.
not going to
It's
give up a
definitely
career
dated.
like that for him.
Hmm.
It didn't age well, because it's definitely dated.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think that any other remake, they would also have him tell her what happened back there in that damn party. And I
I
think
don't know why
Sean, I
yeah,
don't
why
even
they
think
didn't make
Sean would have got a chance to have her in the car and run her off the road, because
If he would have
somebody
said
would have,
something,
yeah. He wouldn't even walked out that room probably. In today's movie, you have to pulling out a gun on me.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, we actually about to get up out of here, but you could definitely catch the replay. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate
Go
you.
look at the
all
movie on
right.
YouTube.
And we're
Yes,
going. Oh,
they do
oh, go
have
ahead.
this movie up on YouTube.
Hmm.
Hmm. And if y'all don't know, we do these throwback movies every fourth Sunday of the month. So far we have had we had a couple already. We had child, I'm forgetting
What
the
we had?
daggone
Lady Sings the
names. We had
Blues,
Lady Sings the Blues. We had Sparkle. We
Coolie
had
High,
Cooley High. We had Imitation of Life. The Woman of Brewster
Imitation of
plays
Life.
Claudine. And
Mm-hmm.
the next one will be Which Way Is Up. So,
And that's
y'all make sure y'all look out for that and join us for that. I don't know. I'm trying to
it's supposed to be
talk
on
some
my
with you
channel.
behind the scenes too and see if maybe
Which
we
way
can
is it?
do
Okay,
them.
well we can get a good laugh on that one.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Seventy
my
I
five
want to
joint.
laugh.
Oh,
I
That
want to
boy is
laugh.
hilarious. He
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll get a good laugh on that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I
Definitely.
can think of a scene right now.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that I can. Yeah.
That is my joint. Thank you,
Yeah.
LSW. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through. LSW, Candy Love, Suburbia Jones, Michelle, Alicia. I know Shannon stopped in for a minute. Daria is always showing us love. EJ the TV junkie. Definitely appreciate all of y'all.
I see LSW
Um,
on everywhere.
Book
Everybody say,
Diva,
Yes,
yeah,
and
she's always showing
she's a good
support.
subscriber. She be showing up, and
Mm-hmm.
she leave her
Absolutely.
comments. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And of course, you guys know, even though our list that we got is already super long, but you know, if y'all have any other suggestions, y'all always could tell us about it. We always put up a poll, and how it falls in the poll is, you know, basically how we do
Mm-hmm.
it. So definitely check all of that out. So
mm-hmm.
Lucci, you want to talk about what you got coming up on your
All
channel
right. So
next?
look, right now I'm about to go to Miss K's channel, and
Mm-hmm.
we talking about The Wire, and this is season 4, episode, I believe it's episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
talking about that, and these are with the corner kids. So I don't know if y'all, that to me, that was one of the best seasons ever.
it is.
And
Season 4 is the best season.
we're
Yeah.
talking about it. If y'all want to come over there at 8:05, that's the time we're starting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought y'all do it on Tuesdays.
We catching up because we was behind, because remember she was getting
Oh
her
yeah. Oh,
doctorate.
okay.
So we
Okay.
just trying to catch up on things, so
Mm-hmm.
we can move it on along.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. And
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, Run the World with myself, Tamika's Den, Nita the Diva, and EJ the TV Junkie.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. For me, I'm trying to think. I ain't got too much going on right now, to be honest with y'all, but I do got some stuff I'm trying to plan. I'm probably gonna do. I'm just trying to figure out the days that I'm doing it, but I'm probably gonna do an overall season review for Class of '09, possibly The Clearing, and definitely Black Mirror. Just trying to figure out the days I could do it. And I know that Wednesdays, of course, is sisters. Like Muchi said, I'll be joining her to talk about Run the World. And Thursdays we also got something that we're gonna be doing with Muchi, myself, and EJ. We'll probably be rotating on all of our channels. We already did Love and Death, Dear Mama, and The Color Purple was last week Thursday. So this coming
Yeah,
up Thursday would be
we're doing the Lifetime, Real Love, and
mm-hmm,
the Strength of a Woman. We're
mm-hmm,
talking about that in a whole,
mm-hmm.
both movies. So
Yeah. So
please
Are you
join us
doing?
Thursday at 9 p.m.
You doing the
yes.
Wonder Years?
Yeah, I'm doing that. That's coming up this week. It's just gonna be an upload. I don't
Oh,
know if
okay.
we're gonna go live. I want to see how it does before I go live with it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so y'all look out for that stuff. And we will keep y'all posted on everything else, you know, either in the community tab, social media, and everything like that. So thank y'all for joining us. We will talk to you guys later. Too.
All right, everybody.